Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hashima. So today I want to talk about how I stay motivated, how I stay positive, and how I stay organized as a mom of three. There's a lot going on. I have 3 people to take care of, and these are just some of my tips and some of the things that I do to stay organized. So if you want to find out how I do that, just keep watching. So if you haven't seen me and my sister collab video that we did on self-love, that's over on her channel, Traivon Hicks, on YouTube. But in there I talk about my gratitude journal, so I'll just show it. And this is my gratitude journal. The kids wrote on it. I was so mad when they did that. But this is my gratitude journal, and I've been keeping it, I think, probably about a year now. I mean, I don't write in it every day like I said in that video, but I do write like things that I'm grateful for. So when I do write in it, I try to find like 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for. So sometimes I use it like maybe if it's a really hard day, or I'm stressed out that day, or something that is just like really bothering me and I just need to get out of like that negative mindset. So then I'll be like, okay, Tashima, take a deep breath. Think there's things in your life that you're grateful for, there's things in your life that you're happy about. So then that's when I go to my gratitude journal and I write those things out, and it kind of helps me to mentally refocus a little bit. And so I definitely love this. I definitely recommend it. It doesn't take much time out of my day to do this. Like I said, it's just like if I'm feeling really down or whatever and I just kind of need to shift my mindset or shift my focus, then I will write in my gratitude journal. And this is my favorite color, so that's why I bought this color. But of course you can get anything you want. I think I got this one from Target. So I just write down a couple of things. Like I can read an entry like so this one is May 28th of this year, and so I wrote that I was grateful for AC because I'm a hot person, so I like to be cool. I'm grateful that I'm putting myself first. Grateful for my first video reaching 100 views. I'm grateful that my mom visited yesterday. Grateful that my computer is still working. Grateful for food. So it doesn't have to be like a whole big grand thing. It could just be like normal stuff that you have in your life. But sometimes we just get used to taking things for granted that maybe other people don't have, or don't have the privilege of having, or don't have the money to have. So I just try to write down whatever it is that I can think of that day and that time that I'm grateful for. So I definitely love my gratitude journal. Another thing that I do is I keep a affirmation wall, and I actually got like a big pack of Post-its, and I write down things that I feel as though are true about myself. I'll include a little clip of me talking about that. So here is my word wall, and basically it's just words that I write down that are true about myself, or phrases that I really like, or just motivational things. So like up here, well, God is first, you're a great mom, love yourself, you will make it through this, you have great hair, it's okay to cry. This is like a scripture that I really like a lot, so I put that on there. And so yeah, so sometimes I change them up, sometimes I put different ones up there, sometimes I do different colors, just write a whole bunch and switch them out. So I put this up here, so if I feel really down on a certain day, or I just need to be extra motivated, then I can come over to the wall, read them all, it doesn't really matter. And that just helps me stay motivated and positive. So I have like a big stack of these little sticky note things, and I can just write them and put them up there on the wall. And I tape them so they don't move anywhere, especially if I have the fan on. But yeah, so this is my word wall, or my affirmations wall. And it's things that I think that are true about myself, or just like encouragement, motivational kind of thing. So that's my word wall. But basically it's just really things that kind of keep me motivated, like I was saying before about my gratitude journal. And I write them down and I stick them up, and I can change the words sometimes, like my hopes and dreams. So I keep a words of affirmation wall, and that's in my bedroom. So when I get up in the morning and I'm checking my calendar and crossing out the days, I can look at it. Sometimes I just read one, sometimes I read the whole entire wall. So it really just depends on the day. But I definitely love my word of affirmation wall. Another thing that I do to really stay positive is, I feel like really important is to have a good support system. So people that you can go to talk about things that will encourage you, or people that can kind of like help you stay focused on things that are positive in your life, or things that are going well in your life, like when things are going hard or whatever. So I really try to be mindful of that, of making sure that my close circle is people that I know support me, people that I know love me, that are, or people that are drama free. So I try not to hang around negative people. I know it's not always unavoidable, like, you know, you may have a negative boss, or you may have a negative coworker or something like that, but as much as you can, like your friends and your family, just staying around people that are supportive and people that are positive in general. So I'm not about that negativity. I'm not about drama. People like that, just cut them out of your life, because you don't need that. If they're not going to help you, support you in your hopes and your dreams and help you to get there, you know, even if it's just having a conversation with someone and, you know, just airing out your feelings or your thoughts or whatever, if they're not helping you with that, if they're bringing more negativity to your life than positivity, then those are the kind of people that I try not to surround myself with. So I definitely believe that having a good, strong support system helps me to stay positive, and they're positive people as well. So that's what I try to do, just making sure that the people that I'm talking to the most are people that are going to help me with whatever it is that I'm trying to achieve, and not pull me down or distract me from whatever it is that I'm trying to achieve, as far as, you know, like advancement in a career, or, you know, just your daily life, things like that. So definitely having a good and strong support system helps me to stay positive. So another thing that I do to stay positive is I actually downloaded this daily motivation app, and if you follow my Instagram, you'll see that I post on there a lot of the times from like little quotes on there from them. So I downloaded it, and it's a great app. It's called the Daily Motivation app, and it sends you motivational quotes or speeches throughout the day. So you can set it up where you can say how many times you want them to send those motivational quotes. So for me, I think I have mine set up to about 5 times a day. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, it sends one. I think at 10 o'clock, it sends one. At 2, at 6, and then I think the last time is like at 9. But it just pops up like in your sidebar, or, you know, from your pull down drop menu on your phone. It just pops up, and you can read it, and you can save them. You can heart them if you want to go back and read it again, and you can download them so you can like share with friends, you can share with family. So I really recommend that app. It's not sponsored, by the way. It's just something that I found personally that I really love, and it's a good point of reference. I feel like they actually have different categories on there. So they have categories for like love, they have categories for like family, they have categories for, say, business, like motivation, that kind of thing. They also have categories for wellness. So like if you're trying to do fitness and you're trying to stay focused with that, they have motivational quotes for that. So it's really great. The one that I have is free. I just have downloaded the free version, but there is a version where you can pay, you know, whatever, like $2 a month or whatever, and it gives you greater access to different quotes and stuff like that. But I really like that app, the Daily Motivation app. It's also something that helps me to stay positive and helps me to stay focused as well. I stay organized. I actually have a calendar, and I love calendars, by the way, because I just feel like it helps me to stay focused, especially day to day. So I have a calendar. It's hanging up in my room right next to my mirror on my wall, next to my words of affirmation wall. Every month before the month actually starts, so like the day before the month starts, I look at the calendar and I write down everything, like everything that I can think of. So like when the kids' hair needs to be done, when my hair needs to be done, I write down when I do my grocery shopping, when I order the food for grocery shopping. I write down my bills, so certain days that I have bills, I write that down. I write down when I need to film my videos. I write down when I need to upload my videos. I write down when I need to edit my videos. So pretty much everything you can think of, I put on my calendar at that time. So it's kind of like a month, not a month in advance, but like when the month starts, that's when I sit down and I actually write everything down. So here is my calendar for the month of July. So I'm just writing down the chores that I have to do, things that I have to do in this week. This is actually Friday. I don't know why the top of the calendar got cut off, but that day was Friday. This is a Thursday. This is a Sunday, so I try to upload a video on Sunday. At least one time out of the week I try to upload. This is a Wednesday. That's also a Thursday there. So I order food on the Wednesdays and then pick up the food on Thursdays. And then day to day, I just add whatever needs to be added. So like for that week, if I didn't write down something, I forgot, or if something comes up that I need to schedule. So like tomorrow I'm having my sisters and my mom come over and we're going to start doing a scrub. So that I would have added to my calendar on like Sunday. So that way I know for the rest of the week I have this plan on this day and this time. So, or if I have work that needs to be done in the house, or people needs to come in to do something in the house, I write that down on my calendar. Pretty much I write down everything, because for me, if I don't write it down, it don't get done. Like if it's not written down, it's almost like it doesn't exist. I'm not gonna remember it, and it's not gonna happen. So that's why I really write down literally everything that you can think of. Another way that I stay organized is I have a binder, a place where I can put certain things that I'm working on. So I'll show you my YouTube binder that I have. So this is my YouTube binder folder / notepad. I got this from Target as well. If you can't tell, I love Target. It's like my favorite place to shop. But it just says notes on it, and I wrote the word YouTube. So I use this only for YouTube, and I write down everything. So like when I'm going to film a video, I write down what I want to talk about, the main points. I make sure that I hit those points in the video. So I write down like my notes for my videos, and then that all goes in the little folder here. And this is just like video ideas that I have. So some of them are crossed out if I've done that video already, but it's like a list of videos that I want to do upcoming. And then it came with this little notepad. So I'm trying to show it, but it's in the folder. So it came with this actually, which I really like, but it's a notepad, and I just take a paper, and it's rippable, so you can just rip it out. But I really love this because it helps me to keep everything that I'm doing, at least for YouTube, in one place. So I also have a place that I keep my doula work. So I have all my paperwork for my clients. That's actually in the house right now, so I'm not going to grab that. But it has my paperwork for them. It has my certification for that. I have my tablet that goes with that. So all my doula work stuff is in one spot, in one area, so that doesn't get, you know, mixed up and jumbled with my YouTube stuff. And then this I just bought yesterday. So this is for my business, and it just says Shades of Sage. I hope it's not backwards. It's probably backwards, but I just bought this yesterday because I am starting a business, and so this will be for that. And so right now the only thing in here is just like my business plan actually, and the list of supplies that I need. So I'm getting those slowly but surely, and so this will be just for that. So I try to keep everything organized and in its own space, so that when I need to find something, I just go to that, and I'm not looking all over the place. So that's how I stay organized as far as like my business ventures and things. So another way that I stay organized is I have a pretty structured routine. So if you haven't seen my day in the life in quarantine / stay at home mom of 3 video, I talk about my routine in that video, but I am pretty structured with my kids. And sometimes people, you know, kind of pick at me with it, but it helps me to keep my sanity as far as raising these kids, because like I said, it's a lot, and they're all different ages, so they all need different things at different times. Of course, the baby, he needs me most of the time, and he's still breastfeeding, so I have to work around that. But I try to keep everybody on a set schedule. So wake up time in the morning is pretty much the same time every day. Nap time's the same time every day. Going to sleep is the same time. Snacks the same time. Dinner's the same time. Lunch the same time. Learning and lessons is the same time. Like everything is really structured. That's what works for me. So it may not be, you know, how you run your household or whatever, but that's what helps me to stay organized. Just knowing at each hour what I'm going to be doing, or what I have planned for that hour. Knowing what I'm going to be doing each hour, and knowing what's coming up and what's planned, or what I still have yet to do for the day, really helps me to stay organized. So I keep a really strict schedule, and that's what helps me. And I want to say that helps me to keep organized is having a to-do list. So this can be handwritten. Sometimes it's handwritten, but for the most part I have a to-do list on my phone, and it's not an app or anything. It's just the notes feature on the phone. I have that, and so it's a list of things that I need to do. And it may not be like that day, but it's things that I know that I need to do. So I have my calendar and everything, pretty much everything's on there. But for my to-do list, I'll have like my tithes. I need to pay my tithes, and I put on there how much I need to pay. Or if I need to put money in my savings account, I say this much money or this amount of money needs to go in my savings account. If I have to buy the kids clothes, I put a note on there, say Matthias needs sleepers. So I'll put that on my to-do list. So it's not stuff that really needs to be done like right away, but it's stuff that I need to keep in the back of my mind that I need to do. So that's what's on my to-do list. There's some other stuff on there that's like way in the future, like setting up an AdSense account, because I don't really need that right now, but it's something that I do need to do. What's another thing that's on there that's kind of in the future? Or like ordering beads for my daughter's next hairstyle, I need to do that. So just like certain things that I know that I need to do, just to keep it in the back of my mind so I don't forget, because it's not written down. I have that on there. And I also make my food list on my phone too. So I just make another note, and as we use it or as I know we need it, it's a note on my phone. And so when I go into the store, I buy what's on the list, or when I'm doing my food order, I can just look at my notes on my phone, add it into my ShopRite cart, and then order the food. Those are all my tips and tricks on how I stay organized, how I stay positive, raising 3 kids. It is time consuming, but these things really help me to stay organized and stay positive. So as I mentioned in my last 2 videos, I have a GoFundMe set up, so I'll link that down below if you want to make a contribution. I also want to thank Shaquan McRae and Traivon Hicks for their donation that they made last week. I put them in last week, but I didn't actually shout them out because I had made the video before they made their donation. And I also want to thank Todd and Tamika Hicks for buying some supplies. And I'm also really excited because I just launched a new line of merchandise, and it's called Melanin Activated. I will link everything down below. It's t-shirts, hoodies for women, men, and children. So if you want to check that out and support that, you can buy whatever you would like down below. We have different styles, different colors. I definitely have some more items that will be designed in the future, so be on the lookout for that. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And remember to let your story be your power. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.